Could you introduce yourself and explain why you're here in this witch hut?
I'm here because you told me to. But I'm Kalin. I founded an 8-figure startup, but the second part of my life, so to speak, began 4 years ago when I decided to give back, and I founded the non-profit ImpactMindset.
What's ImpactMindset? Introduce the organization.
ImpactMindset is the idea that there are buttons where we can push small investments that we can make. Ja, fac ce mnogo răsești. E mnogo slatko. Ai daska. Oh, da.
Pardon my intrusion!
ImpactMindset is an organization that is dedicated to making the right micro investments and micro efforts that would bring back huge returns in terms of social change, better lives and well-being for the people all over the world. The idea is that the world is asymmetric, so there are opportunities where we can make something small and have the butterfly effect and the upward spirals only in the right direction.
Do you believe in the good in people?
I do. I also believe in the bad of the people, to be realistic. But most people are more good than bad, and when given the right incentives would do great things.
Do you think I Grow Younger helps with that?
I Grow Younger, as our first more or less developed project, already has amazing feedback, both for the text and the videos. And I already know some friends and some people that I don't know but connect with on social media that I have changed their lives. Some people became richer, some ditched their phones and now live a happier life. There are all kinds of great feedback.
What's the feedback from people? Are they happy or they're just being nice because they're your friends?
They say that they have engaged with self-help content before, but the simple and intuitive content of I Grow Younger makes everything suddenly seem clear to them, and they can make the change because it's actually very easy. It requires small initial effort just to get the upward spirals going.
Funny but fact, are they rich or poor?
One was rich and became richer. Most of them are kind of rich because I work in an industry where people are successful. It's a good, rich industry. Most of the challenges they had were personal challenges. They were successful but not happy and fulfilled.
Are you happy right now? And were you unhappy before starting I Grow Younger?
I was happy then because in my company I work with amazing people, and I'm happy that our for-profit work is fun and joyful. But I felt something missing, and I wanted to scale and help people all over the world, not just our employees.
What was the biggest challenge when you created I Grow Younger and started working on ImpactMindset?
I had a challenge with realizing how bad the state of language in self-help was. A lot of concepts that seemed central and essential to living a better life didn't have words or phrases. They were not defined, if we speak mathematically. So this was a big problem about forming the intuition about them, because if there's no word, or the word is overcomplicated and means different things to different people, then we cannot develop an intuition. We cannot properly think and feel about this concept, and nothing goes forward.
You talk a lot about intuition. What does it mean for you, and do you think it means the same for other people?
Intuition is simply an incredibly powerful and ancient biological decision-making mechanism using the full parallelism and data richness of the brain, while logic is evolutionary new and like a tiny, weak baby compared to intuition, which is like an experienced university professor. The two are not two sides of the same coin. They are not comparable. They are meant to do different tasks. Logic is good for letting other people know what your plans are and cooperate, which was very valuable for humanity, but it's not that valuable for the individual person and their internal world, where logic mainly just gets into the way and brings harm. Intuition is very good for the internal world, because only by intuition we can grasp concepts like self-love and others.
What's self-love? And a lot of people don't have it and don't even know they need it. They seem fine, but then they burn out. How do you think they can build it?
Self-love, as well as all unconditional love, is unbuildable. It cannot be manufactured. You can only get rid of the things that get in the way, so there is space to develop it. Self-love is basically the feeling that you are enough, irrespective of your performance, irrespective of your mistakes, that you are enough, that you are one whole, that you don't have a good and a bad part, you just have one part, which is you. There are no internal barriers within you, and this helps you with the next step of self-improvement and happiness, which is to reduce the barriers between you and other people, to be more empathetic, compassionate, to love unconditionally. The most important thing about self-love is that you don't have to deserve it. It's not connected to your performance, and chasing performance will not bring you self-love and fulfillment. Only letting go and seeing yourself as one beautiful being will bring you self-love.
Last question before we go for a walk and have a friendly chat. Not a blitz. You started with chess, then went to university, dropped out. We'll talk about that in another video, of course. Then got into SEO, and now you're sharing your life knowledge with the world. How do you go through all these challenges? Leaving one thing, broaching another?
Life is not that complex. Everything is alike. Everything is just structures, quantities. It's just feeling systems. It's feeling yourself, understanding yourself, understanding what you truly want, and not the beliefs and desires that you copy from the world, understanding your true self. All of the occupations that I had some goals, some structure, and I gradually went through chess, which is very structured, managing a web business, which is structured but also has a lot of intuition, and now I'm in the field of psychology, which is much more intuition than structures. The less structures you have, the less boxes and the more flows, the better you are at any job, because then the superpower of intuition is yours. My life path, I have done many different things. Everything was following the direction of having more freedom, earning more money also, this is important. Being turned outwards and not inwards, helping other people, feeling joy with other people. And in the end, I got to the rightful conclusion that I must scale till the end, which is try to help every person in the world face their internal barriers, fears, and mental challenges.
Tell the people why we are in the park.
We're in the park because the park has very little boxes, and boxes are one of the enemies of happiness in modern life.
The big difference with ImpactMindset is that now we're in the park. Literally, we're in the forest. There are people running around us, talking, life happening all around. It's the sun, the wind, the movement. It's an absolutely organic talk, just like real conversations between.
That's nice, because the randomness around us will help us with creativity, and the lack of rules, time slots, and technology help us engage our right hemisphere of the brain, the one which contains flows, creativity, intuition. And a big danger to the modern human is that too many boxes, too much logic, too much rules. This makes the left half of the brain very dominant. It suppresses the right heart. And this is a serious problem, because the main sources of happiness and success, actually, the flows, as I call them, they all come from having less boxes, less rules, less self-discipline, actually, less goals. And only when we get rid of these boxes, we can have flows, including very important ones for mental health, like self-love, unconditional love. And we can be better. We can also build better structures. We have a lot of inefficient structures in economy, in politics, in education. And we can build better structures, but changing the structures of the world requires agile people who are not afraid of change. If you want to change a government, a bureaucracy, if you want to change an inefficient economic model, there will always be people afraid, clinging to the old model. They will prevent change by being passive-aggressive, aggressive-aggressive. They'll do anything to defend their safety, their salary, their position of power.
Yeah, but here we are not gonna talk about politics as much as personal development. People already have countless and countless channels on YouTube, the news in their phones, the radio blasting updates nonstop. We are going to talk about human psychology, about the direction of life. In which direction are we going? Okay, this is what happens every time for the normal people. I never know where we're going. Cleans pointing left and right. I have so many questions as a young and active person because I want to steal knowledge. Some people call it coping or some kind of a mechanism, but for me, it's more than that. I want to steal a job.
I like this word. I usually use copy, but I also like steal.
No, no, no. I don't like copy paste because copy paste means just replicating someone else's work. My idea is to steal it, break it down, understand it.
Yes, this is how mentorships work. A mentor doesn't have any barriers, and when there are no barriers, you can listen to the mentor and copy or steal, as you say. It's not actually stealing because the mentor doesn't use it. It's more like actually a copy. And after copying everything from the mentor, we can try to recreate their intuition about something, about life, about an industry, about processes, about the way the world works. And after you try to copy this intuition, you can see if it fits your existing models. And maybe not everything from the mentor will be used, or maybe not everything from the mentor is correct at all. The relationship between the mentor and the student has to be based on love and no barriers at all. This way, the student, with all of the trust that they have in the mentor, can copy everything, try to develop intuition, and then if something doesn't fit or it's just plain wrong, they can spit it out, they can ditch it, but they will keep an intuition that would otherwise take years or decades to form. So having love, trust, and no entry barriers, so we can copy and not filter when the information is entering our mind, is critical. You cannot really find the mentor. The mentor can find you though. So I've had several mentors, and all of them, I'm very thankful to them, of course. All of them found me. I've never searched for a mentor. I think it's impossible because the mentor has to look at you and say, okay, you have the potential to grow, and my intuition will help you grow. It will be a huge, monumental task to try to pass this intuition, to pass the same data points that formed it, to pass the stories of my life. But actually, it's possible. Okay, so let's hang around, let's see how it goes. And meeting once or twice a month with a mentor is nothing. It's not a mentorship, it's a consulting thing. With my mentors, I lived by their side every day, just like just like Star Wars, like like Obi-Wan and Anakin, like they were together every day. This is the true mentorship.
Wait, you were like a stalker?
No. It again, it was consensual. But I was like, okay, you're going to a business trip for one day. Can you take me? And they were like, yeah, I would like good company, like to have someone to talk in the car. And then we travel. Then I go to the business meetings with them. I'm just silent. I just listen. But I got to witness actual high-level business meetings. And I learned how you conduct a business meeting. I learned how you negotiate. I learned many different things. And this practical knowledge is just priceless from an experienced person, but you have to start living your mentor's life.
Most important thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work, family, never forgetting where we came from.
Listening to their stories, going around with them, even in business meetings, traveling with them, eating with them, like even meeting their family. And then you get the whole picture of this person, and then you have enough data points to copy their intuition. Once you copy their intuition, their, let's say, 30-year experience becomes yours in 1 year, which is a huge win. It's a 30x win.
Spending so much time with somebody, seeing how they think, how they love, how they eat, how they walk, how they live, it naturally influences you. In such an organic way, it's hard not to start picking up parts of their behavior. And at the same time, you're sharing your own private perspective with them. They start to question things they never considered before, developing new thoughts and breaking down inhibitions. It's a constant change, shaping both of you in ways you don't even realize.
Yes, but mentorship relationships are very asymmetric. Basically, everyone wants to share, to talk, and not so many people want to listen. In the mentorship relationship, the mentor gets to talk a lot, to share stories, to explain, and they get the satisfaction that they're being listened to, that they are doing something good. The student is listening a lot and learning a lot. It's not so fun, but it's very good for the future. It's you're learning intuition, which is something that is very hard to learn, very hard to copy, much more powerful than logic and facts. And this is how it works. It requires a lot of commitment from both sides, and it requires not having expectations, because this will always remain an asymmetrical relationship. The mentor will give a lot, having temporary satisfaction that they help and that they are being listened to, and the student will have to commit time, but then for the rest of their lives, the student will be much better, while for the mentor, only the temporary satisfaction that they help someone is left. So basically, it's not a symmetric relationship and can never be. The point is that once that you grow with the help of mentors, you can be a mentor to someone else and give back. But neither the mentor or the student should expect that this can be some kind of symmetrical relationship.
So it's impossible in the end, or rarely it can happen.
Maybe after many years, when things change, the student can return and help the mentor in some way. But that's not how it usually works. Usually, mm, life will send people in different directions, and yeah, you're just left with the good feelings.
And you just talk from time to time.
Yes, yes, but actually, with the mentors that have helped me the most, I haven't seen them in years. So just different directions, but we still have the warm feelings for each other. We didn't have like a fight or something. И трише со трябва да се насочиме към нас. Не, звънели са ми, нали си изключих звука. Ама нищо да и 36 е. Да, знам, не съм забравил. Излезе в пакета, записан видео и малко се забавих, но 10 минути съм вкъщи и влизам. Окей, ай.
Now we must be mega fast because Kalin is late for a meeting. Very late.
I'm late for a board meeting, not just a meeting. I'm late for a board meeting. So this is a classic behavior from me. I love disregarding rules. People don't like me being late for board meetings, and it's actually not nice. But having these videos recorded and potentially helping you is also important. So here we balance two important things, and I always think that helping other people is infinitely important. So getting in time for the board meeting is very important, but not infinitely.
We've been in a witch's hut just before a few minutes, and the light there was not the best. We were not able much to move. So please tell me who you are, because people either don't know yet, maybe they do, but let them know.
I'm a former professional chess player turned entrepreneur turned I don't know what I'm currently. I'm just trying to help people and the world with my non-profit ImpactMindset. We try to do with our very limited resources things that will change the world. At first it sounded hard, impossible, but then when things are hard, a lot of the options disappear because they would obviously not suffice. And which options are left? Only the best ones. So we have amazing projects that have crazy potential return on investment, not in money, but in social change. We're talking thousands. So we want to invest thousands and get back millions or even infinity. So things that you cannot measure, like improved human lives, health, well-being. And this is what we want to do with the world. Analyze, understand, both logically and intuitively, how can we improve the world, how can we improve people's lives, their happiness, how can we make them more creative, more successful, how they can create more value for the world themselves, and how can we improve the world's structures.
So you believe in the people when they follow these structures in I Growing Younger. In the end, if they listen to what you said and what you written, they reach whatever they want.
Yes, I believe that people who have more love than fear and who are turned outwards to other people, helping compassionately, those people would create better systems because bad systems are created by bad incentives, and bad incentives are created by the fears of people who are only looking for their safety in a scarcity environment. So actually, if we have people who are not scared of scarcity, who believe in themselves, who have good self-love and self-worth, then it will the current bad systems in the world will not be a problem because everyone will want to improve them, can resist a bit, but with enough push and pull forces in the right direction, they can be reformed quickly, if not for the scared people who don't want any change.
Wow, this is amazing. You're an eight-figure startup founder, if the people don't know. And you invested how much till now? 500,000 for the people's development in human development, psychology, and self-help, and so on. This is really, really impressive.
Well, if you count just the money that I have invested, it's like low six figures. But if you count my time, which is extremely valuable because I'm very good at turning it into money in the domain industry where I'm in, I've probably given several millions so far because I create a lot of content personally. I engage in wonderful conversations all the time with people like you and the others from the team, and also random people, trying to understand the fears and the barriers that prevent people from being their best self, from fulfilling their full potential. And I just listen endlessly and try to create an intuition about how human beings work. And this intuition gradually started turning into logical structures. And while this intuition seemed very weird at the start, couldn't actually explain a lot of the concepts, in the end, it turned out into this beautiful structure that is I Grow Younger, that shows that only about 10, 15 things are really important in the lives of people, and if they manage them well, everything else is perfect.
We have another channel where the people can subscribe. It's called I Grow Younger, and it's about self-help, business, psychology, money making, money printing, SEO, and everything else that Kalin has a lot of knowledge about. And here we have also our Impact Mindset, our new channel where we're gonna talk in the park, we're gonna walk in the mountain, we're gonna fall from
Hopefully
slopes,
not.
and
Hopefully
many
not.
other adventurous things are gonna happen because it's just the natural organic flow that we have between a young person that is curious and an entrepreneur with 18 years of experience.
This channel is for everyone because the fundamentals that we discussed can help people in every stage, in every field of their life. We're talking about rebuilding human intuition, which is hampered by the boxes and rules of our life, about all of the social norms, the language we use, the categories we use for many things, the confusing words. All of these are big problems for our intuitive understanding of ourselves and the world. And we want to help you rebuild this intuition into something that works, into a better system. We don't want you to do anything different right now. We don't want you to start doing diaries. No homework. No homework here. Like, we don't want to do anything that you don't enjoy. Yeah, we don't ask for your money. We don't sell anything. No paid courses, no academies. An amazing amount of effort and money and talent is built into each of our articles, and our videos are made based on the articles. And everything is also tested by my personal experience of over 20 years of self-improvement, from a total loser to a successful startup founder. Of course, I still have my challenges, but I'll be very honest about everything that's going on with my life, all of my personal challenges, past and ongoing. And you can count on me that I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this for myself, because I already have a life that I really enjoy. I feel very fulfilled. But I see people around me struggling with the same challenges that I have overcome, and I just have the strong desire to help them, but because I already have the concept that help myself, and I believe that people are much more similar, much more alike than they are different. So what has worked with me is fundamental enough to work for you, and I hope that our articles and videos will help.
And here is finally the last question. Who is the person behind the camera that is talking so much and asking so many questions that people don't know?
This is Michaela from my team. She's young and very energetic, and I love having conversations with her. They're always deep and fulfilling, and we go into a lot of intellectual depth.
Thank you very much, sir. I don't think you'll regret it.
We're criticizing a lot the life structures, just this is the thing. We don't know yet about what we're gonna talk in the next video, but at least we're gonna be both of us and you're. Bye!
Bye!
Please turn the thermostat up to 90 and leave me alone.